Okay, hello everyone. Today we're gonna do a Anjum's gonna talk about the composition plan. He can go in-depth explanation of it and what it means to us Enagic distributor. Last week we talked about the machine installation, the accessories, and e-cleaning from Bao, but this week we're gonna listen to Anjum. So you can take it away now, Anjum.
Okay, thank you, Kennedy. So hi everyone. So my name is Strong. If you haven't worked with me before, my name is Strong, and if you have any questions during the meeting, feel free to ask me at any point, or if you can't speak, then just type it into the chat. And if everyone can do me a favor and look out for the chat as well, if there's a question there and I didn't see it or attend it, then just let me know and I'll try to answer everyone's questions during and after the meeting. Okay, so right now I'm gonna start sharing my screen. Okay. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about the special compensation plan from Enagic. So if you're new to network marketing, there's all kind of compensation plan depending on the companies, but the compensation plan from Enagic is a special 8-point system. We have a patent for this. So if you heard any other company out there that say they have a similar, compensation plan, then double check the fact, because this is Enagic is the only company with the 8-point system. And it's also one of the most compensated plan out there. Okay, so today we're going to go over two things. So the 8-point system from Enagic, that's the basic. And then I'm also going to go over the UConn plan, which is the plan that our team used to get us to advance in Enagic quicker and a little bit easier too, if you're willing to invest. Okay. So now we're going to start off with the 8-point system. So what is the 8-point system? So right here, as you can see, there's a pizza divided into 8 portions. So just imagine that each of these 8 points equalize $340. And where do we get these numbers from? So 8-point system would apply to any of the machines when you sell them, when you get a referral, right? But for especially what today, we're gonna talk about the K8, the Leveloop K8, because that's the most popular machine that is sold in our group. So at an 8-point system, right, every 1 point of the K8, when you sell a K8, you get 1 point, and that 1 point is equal to $340. And there's a total of 8 points, right? So if you take 340 multiplied by 8, then you would have 2,720. Okay, so that's how much Enagic is paying out in total to distributors every time a Leveloop K8 is sold. You may question yourself, right? Because the machine price is $4,980, and if Enagic pays out 2,720, that's roughly 54% of the price of the machine, right? So you may question yourself, like, why is Enagic actually paying the distributor more than the price of the machine, right? Is that something good or is that something bad, right? If you're new to business, you would think, okay, so is the machine being, sold overpriced so that Enagic can pay us? Well, if you research it, right, any retail products sells for roughly 50% more than the original price, the cost of the product, right? So that's a very normal thing. And why do retail products have those 50% markup? 50% is the minimum, okay? It could be much more than that. It could be hundreds of percent, but we're just taking the minimum number of 50%. So the reason why a lot of companies do that is because, they have to do marketing, they have to do storage, they have to go through, distribution costs and all that. So they have to pay out that 50% for all that stuff. But in Enagic, instead of paying for marketing and storage or third parties. They pay the distributor, which we will do our own marketing, our own customer service, and we're gonna take care of the customer ourselves. So that's where this number comes from, and that's why Enagic is paying us that much. Okay, so now we're gonna get deeper into what is the 8-point system and how does it works, how much you get paid every time you sell one and your downline sell one, everything, okay? So now we're gonna get into the details. So when you start out, you buy your own machine, right? That is when you're gonna have your own ID, okay? And this ID, if you don't know that, how can you become a distributor? Because if you are not set up correctly, you could be a customer instead of a distributor. So you gotta be careful with that. When you set up, make sure that your upline or whoever introduced the machine to you, make sure they set you up as a distributor. And if you guys don't know how, you can ask your upline, or you can also look back at our training a few weeks ago that Kennedy did. When you fill an order, you have an option of choosing to be a distributor, okay? So first of all, when you buy a machine, you get an ID. You don't get paid anything when you buy your own machine, okay? But when you introduce this machine, let's say to person number 1, immediately you're gonna get paid 1 point. And at that point, you're also gonna be at level 1A on the top here, okay? At level 1A, you qualify for 1 point for every time a machine gets sold, right? And right now we're talking about a K8. So you sold 1 K8, you get $340, okay? But it doesn't end there. And this is just one machine that you sold, okay, to person number 1. If this person number 1 sold a machine to person number 2, person number 1 would also get paid the $340. But at the same time, you also get paid the $340, right? This is when the 8 points comes in, okay? So it's a little bit confusing. So if you guys need me to clarify anything, just let me know. So when a machine is sold, 8 points get paid out. So person number 2 right here get paid $340, right? Actually, no, I'm sorry. Person number 2 here doesn't get paid yet because he just bought his machine. So person number 1 gets paid $340, and then yourself get paid $340. So only 2 points. Go ahead. Okay, sorry, I heard a question. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep moving on here. Okay, so when person sells a machine to person number 2, person number 1 get $340, and you also get $340. Okay, and this is still within the system. When person number 2 sold to person number 3, person number 2 would get $340. Person number 2 would get $340, and you yourself would get $340. Again, this is only 3 points here, so we're still within the 8-point system. And keep in mind that if you sell a machine yourself, then it is called a direct sale. It's gonna come from you. But if person number 1 sells to number 2, that's an indirect sales. So indirect sales are sales that comes from your online. Person number 3 here, same thing. That's an indirect sale that it comes from person number 2 here. Okay, so a few key terms there. So direct sales and indirect sales. Direct sales equal coming from yourself, and indirect sales is coming from online. Okay, if person number 3 sells down to person number 4, right? We still are within the 8-point system here. Number 3 would get the $340, number 2 get $340, number 1 get $340, and then ourselves we get the $340. Okay. Okay. And it gonna keeps on moving. Okay. So if number 4, there's a little bit of echo. If anyone is on speaker, can you please
Can you mute everyone?
Okay, let me try if I can do that. Okay. Yeah, I don't see the option to do that right now. So if like anyone think that it's coming from you, just if you can mute for me. Thank you. Okay, so anyway, so we having person number 4 sells to number 5 here. So it's gonna be, you know, everyone will get 340 because as it goes up, you can see that right now it's 1 point, 2 point, 3, 4 point, 3, 4 point, 5 point. So it's still within the 8, right? So when number 5 sells to number 6, everyone will still get the 340, right? At number 7, everyone still gets the 340. At number 8, everyone still gets a 340. But once we reach person number 9 here, you would have $0. Why? Because right now there's 8 coins, but it goes through 8 person, right? It goes through number 8, number 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So there's no more points going up the line. So you would have $0 at this point. So that's why it's an 8-point system, because 8 points get distributed to, you know, 8 people here. And right now we're talking about line 1A to keep things simple. But of course, like, you know, as things go on, it's not always line 1A. We can talk more about that later on when when you get more into business. Okay, right now we're going to keep everything simple. Everyone's going to be a 1A level. Okay. And then how do you advance from 1A to 2A? Okay, if you want to advance from level 1A to 2A, you're going to have 1 direct sales, 2 direct sales, and then 3rd direct sale. Okay, so 3 of your own client. And by the time you get the 3rd client, you can qualify for level 2A. So what does that mean when you get 2A? So when you reach 2A, that means when you sell machines, you get 680 because 1 point is equal to $340. So if we have 2 points, that's 340 times 2. So that's $680. Okay. So what happens if this person on line 2A, person number 1, right, at line 2A, sells machines, right? So you also earns the 680. Okay. This person is on your line 2A. So if you still earn 2 points, as long as there's still enough points in the distribution. Okay, 3rd person still get 680. Why? Because 8, right, minus 1 point here, 1 point here, you still have 6 points remaining. That means it's still enough for your 2 points here, right? So you still get 680. Person number 4, you still get 680. Number 5, you still get 680. 6, still 680. 7, still 680. 8, right here, you see that you drop down to 340. The reason for that is by the time you get to level 8, right, the 8-point system would take away 1 point for every time it goes through one of your downline, right? So you have 7 downlines in between here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So each of those downlines take away 1 point. So 8 minus 7, only 1 point remaining. So you only have 1 point. You only get 1 point. So you get 340. And at level 9, again, there's nothing left because the 8 points goes through 8 persons, 8 of your downline. So nothing remains, right? So now how do we get from level 2A to level 3A? So now you're gonna start counting the group sales. And again, you don't have to count it. The system would do it for you. If you register for the sales report and go to genealogy, you would see all the setup, and the system would automatically count all units for you, so you don't have to count them yourself. Okay, so from 2A going to 3A, you need a total group sales of 10. Okay, 10 units. And then your 4th, it doesn't have to be the 4th, your next direct sale, you can qualify for 3A. And what does that mean when you reach 3A? Excuse me. So 3A, it means that for every machine that you sell, you get 3 points. So 3 points times 340, you get 1,020. So if this person number 1 in line 3A, seller machines, you get $1,020. And if the person number 2 sells to number 3, you still get 1,020. The same rules apply as if it's line 1A or 2A, okay? The same rules apply. You have 8 points. The company give out 8 points, right? It minus how many points is taken by downline in your group. And by the time it reaches you, how many points remaining versus how many points you qualify to get. If you have enough, if there's still enough points remaining and your levels can have that many points, then you can take the whole whatever you qualify for. Okay, so same here. So 3, if 3 sells to number 4, right, you still earn 1,020. 4 sells to 5, still 1,020. 5 to 6, you still have 1,020. But 6 to 7, you only have 680 because it goes through 6 person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 minus 6, you only have 2 left. So even though you qualify for 3 points, but there's only 2 points remaining, so you only earn $680. Okay, and then number 7 sells to number 8, you only have 340 because it goes through 7 downlines here. So 8 minus 7 equal 1, and so you only have 1 point left to earn. And at level 9, again, it goes to 0 because the 8 point goes to 8 person, 8 of your downline, so nothing remains by the time it reaches you. Okay, and from 3A to 4A, you will need a total of 20 units in your group sales. In group sales, meaning that every sale made by you and your downline. Okay, and then when you have 20 units in your group sales, right, and you want to qualify for level 4A, you always need a direct sale to qualify for the next level. So let's say your 21 sales, right? And it has to be a direct sale. You would qualify for level 4A. Okay. And at 4A right now, you're earning 1,360. And the way you calculate it is 340 times 4, and you would get this number. So you earn 1,360 for your direct sale on level 4A, your first person, okay? And then if this person made a sale for number 2, you would still earn 1,360. And if 2 sells to 3, you also get 1,360. And person number 3 sells to person number 4, you still get 1,360. Okay, and same for level 5. At level 6, you see here it drops down 1 point, right? And the reason for that is we have 8 minus 5 here. You only have 3 points left, so you can only earn 1,020. At 7, it goes through 6 persons already, so only 2 points remaining, so you got 680. At level 8, it goes to 7 persons, so only 1 point remaining, so you got 340. At level 9, everything's gone, so you would get nothing at that point for now. Okay, so in order to get from 4A to 5A, you would need a total group sales of 50, and then you need a direct sale. So you're 50 first, okay? It's gonna be qualifying you for level 5A. And at 5A, you would have a compensation of 1,700. Again, the way you calculate it is 340 times 5 points, so it's 1,700. And if that person sells to a person number 2, you still earn 1,700. In 2 to 3, you still earn 1,700. 3 to 4, still 1,700. But 4 to 5, 1 point drops is because 8 minus 4, it's only 4 points remaining, so you only earn 4 points. 6, you only earn 1,020. 7, you got 680. 8, you got 340, right? The same rules applies for every single level. So you can always do the math from bottom up. Take 8 points, subtract how many points your downline is taking away, and then the remaining points, however, whatever level you're at and how many points you can earn. If there's enough, you can take all of it. If there's not enough, then you take as much as you can, okay? Okay, at level 9, nothing. Okay, and in order to go from 5A to 6A, right, you need a total of 100 units in your group sales. And at your 101 direct sale, you're gonna go to level 6A. And when you qualify for a level 6A, you have a chance to earn a one-time bonus of $3,000 when conditions are met. We can talk more about that later. When you are, nearing that level, we can talk more details. Okay, and at level 6A, you take 6 times 340, you would have $2,040. So for every machine that you sell, you now earn $2,040. Okay, and if that person sells the machines, you also earn $2,040. And that person number 2 sells to number 3, that's $2,040 also. And at 4, you have 17. Again, same concept applies. Take 8 minus 3, so only 5 points remaining. And at 5 points, you only get 1,700. So 5 times 340. Okay, same thing here. Drop to level 5, you drop 1 point, 1,360. At 6, 1,020. 7, 680. Number 8, you get 340. And level 9, now since you're at level 6A, you're gonna qualify for this $200 bonus for every K8 that sells below your 8 points. Okay, so you're gonna earn 200 extra for everything that goes out of 8 points. Okay, and for right now, I'm just doing a very, very simple chart here because this is assuming every person here only made 1 sales, but of course, in reality, 1 person can make 10 sales, 100 sales, and then other people could have 0 sales. It depends on the person, but this is just a very, very simple breakdown of everyone making 1 sales. Okay. All right, now we're moving on. We're gonna talk what is beyond level 6A. So before I move on, does anyone have any questions regarding the 8-point system?
Okay, just I have a question just to help other be more clear about this. So for example, if at your 2A line, if your downline's making a sale, how much is your downline gonna make? For example, if the first downline right there, can you put your mouse there?
Yeah.
On line 2A?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like if that person make a sale, how much is that person gonna make?
Okay, so that's a good question. So in your line 2A, right? That means you are the person at level 2A. So you would earn for a sale. When this person makes a sale, remember he gonna start out just like you. He made his first sale, so he's still a level 1A here. $300 for that sale.
Okay. So what if that person sell 2 machines? Then where is the 2 machine gonna be?
Okay,
Look
so
like
to
and have
answer this question, I'm gonna make a drawing here, so hopefully it helps. So this is line 2A, right? If this person here, let's say this is person A, right? And he, right? So he sells to B and C. So he would earn 1 point here for B and 1 point here for C. So he's still at level 1A here. Because remember, you need 3rd sales, right? You need to sell to person D here, a 3rd sale to be qualified for level 2A. Before that, if he didn't make that 3rd sale here, he is still a 1A. So he still earned 340 for B and 340 for C. Okay.
Okay. And so like the 2 machine that person make gonna be like side like that, right? Not like down.
Yes. So if he make 2 sales, it's gonna be 2 sales still, going sideways this way. Okay. The only time when it drops down this way is when your downline make a sale. So if B make a sales, then it goes down. So let's say F. Okay.
Okay,
So,
one.
so direct sales always go sideways and indirect sales go downward. Downward.
And the last question is, to get to level 6A, you must have at least 6 direct sales. Is that correct?
Actually that's not the case. So there is some situation that you can get to level 6A with just 3 direct sales. And the way that we do it, let me just clear this out real quick. So that's a great question. And again, it could be confusing at first, but let me know if this helps you guys, okay? So let's say you want to qualify for 6A, right? So when you have a downline here, right, that your first direct sales, let's say this is person A, and then you have person B right here. To qualify, you need 101 units, right, for your within 8, right, within 8 points, okay. So A and B here, like within line A and B here, within the, just line of person A and line person B, if it has 100 units total, your third direct sale here, person C, you could use this person to qualify for level 6A because you would meet that condition, right? This would be the 101 unit. And it's also a direct sale. Sorry, it's very hard to write with this, so bear with me. Okay, so it would meet those 2 conditions, right? 101 unit and it's a direct sale. So you only need a minimum of 3 person, okay? But you don't need, if you want to qualify it this way, then you are totally fine. But you want to go like all the way out there and then start with 6A here, then that's totally fine too. Okay.
Just to be clarified, so what you said is that you need minimum of 3 direct sales to get to 6A. It doesn't have to be 6, but the minimum has to be 3.
Yes, correct.
Okay, as long as your total group sales get to 100.
Yep, total group sales of 100, and then your direct sale is going to be the 101 unit.
Okay.
Okay.
And can you clarify what is direct sale and what is indirect sale?
So direct sales is sales that directly comes from you. So let's say you sell to, let's say, your mom, right? That's a direct sale. And then if you sell to your sister, that's a direct sale. Then if you sell to your brother, that's a direct sale. But let's say if your mom made a sale to her sister, that's an indirect sales. Okay, so when your mom sells, that's gonna be an indirect sales for you, but for her, that would be a direct sale for her because she made the sale herself.
Yeah, I think that's all my question. Is there anybody else have questions?
Hi. Hi, John. I kind of have a quick question. When you give out the example, like, oh, when you sell to your mom, to your sister, to your brother is a direct sale. How about I just sell to a random guy, the random A guy? Is it still a direct sale?
Yeah,
because well, from your example, I was like, oh, is it only my family at direct sale?
Oh no, it doesn't matter who it is, okay? So it could be your family, it could be a random person, and the cool thing is it could even be yourself. So let's say if you sell it to person A here, right, and person B here, it doesn't matter who it is, your family or your friends or random person, it doesn't matter who A and B is, right? And if you haven't found like a 101 person to sell to, you can actually purchase a machine from Enagic yourself, and it would still count as a direct sale. So that would even help you qualify for the level easier. Because, not all the time when the person came at the right time, right? When you have enough points and enough units and everything, then you can qualify right away if you, just buy something, buy any machine and you would qualify right away. So keep that in mind. Okay, thank you, Bob.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that definitely a good point. Like I'm thinking like, oh, because in Enagic, it's just not only the Kangen machine, but it's also like Ukon. They also like different type of machine, right? Like the NS bar and blah blah. Like, oh, guess what? Maybe in the future, when I qualify for, when I have enough unit for 6A, I just buy a NS bar for myself, and that will be perfectly fine. And I qualify for 6A then.
A popular way that a lot of distributors doing for this 101 unit is like Bao said, right? We have other machines. So if you already use the K8 or whichever machine you're using right now, by the time you have enough units, 100 units here, you can buy like an NESPA for your shower for this 101 unit. And if you happen to already have that, you can think about purchasing another machines for your demos, because when if you get to 6A, you've probably been through a lot of demos. So, it's very convenient to have an extra machine to bring with you for the demos too. So that could be another great thing you can do. Okay, thank you, Bao. Anyone else have any question? Thank you for all the questions. This would, really help clarify for the newcomers.
Thank you, An. So right now you have the 6A with only two leg, is leg 2 and leg A and leg B. Can you explain that? Can you explain this kind of direction further? Because I feel like this can be a really good potential.
Okay. So right now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much units A and B has, as long as it adds up to 100 units. So A over here could have 90 in total, right? And over here, it could be like 10. And you still have a total of 100 units. So it could be 9, 10, it could be 50, 50, it could be 40, 60. It doesn't matter as long as it adds up to 100 units. But this is we going a little bit further ahead than we should. But an ideal way of building the business is trying to even out these two numbers. So our best, right? Okay, our best number would be if we can have them around the same number. Okay, like 50, around 50 on A and 50 on B. That would be the perfect scenario. The reason is for that is level 6A is only the beginning of the leadership levels. There's a lot more after that. And in Enagic, if you want to qualify for the higher levels, you need to have two downlines that qualifies for leadership level as well. So it's very, very important that you balance these two, legs out. Because by the time you get to 6A, you want to leap up to the next level, which is 6A2, which I'm going to go over all the details, what the 6A2 means, how much you qualify for, and how it could happen. But, this is just a brief, look into it. Try to even out those two legs. And there's a lot of strategy around that. So when you guys start the business, I feel it would be better if this is like a one-on-one training for each of you. Because then, everyone comes into the business with different kinds of downline, right? Some downline, they are very potential. And how do we determine someone is potential? And how do we say someone is, doesn't have potential? Where should we spend our time? And how should we guide each of our downlines so that we can succeed in this business, faster or more efficient? Like all of that is going to be like a lot of information. So I'm going to save that. If we have a one-on-one training, it would be more fitting for each person. But yeah, Bao, hopefully that answered your questions, or if you want to clarify at any point, just let me know so I can clarify further.
Oh no, I would want to hear more about like the further plan that you talk about.
Okay. All right, so we're just gonna back out here for a second and go back to our system. So here, let me just hold on. Okay. So we're just gonna go through this real quick. So we're back to where we're at. Okay. So remember that at level 6A is just the beginning, okay? After 6A, we have 6A2. This is what we just talked about. So in order to qualify for 6A2, you need 2 of your downlines to qualify for level 6A. And when that happens, you have a chance to earn a one-time bonus of 6,000. Again, when the time comes, then we're going to discuss how can we qualify for this one-time bonus. Then you also have a bonus of $34 for each unit, and then also 1,000 every 3 months. This $1,000 is a passive income, so the company would automatically pay you 1,000 every 3 months. And then above level 6A2, there is level 6A2. And to qualify for 6A2, you would need 2 downlines that qualify for level 6A2. And as you can see here, it's almost like a mirror image, which is switching numbers, right? 2 6A, you go to 6A2. 2 6A2, you go to 6A2-2. And at 6A2-2, you would have a chance to earn a one-time bonus of 4,000 and also $36 per unit sold, and then also 2,000 for every 3 months. Okay, again, this 2,000 is passive income. Then the next level is 6A2-3. Again, to get that, you need 2 persons that qualify for 6A2-2. And at 6A2-3, we have a one-time bonus of 25,000 and a monthly bonus of 5,000. Okay. And we can even go further than that, 6A2-4, then you will need 2 downlines to qualify for 6A2-3. Then you will earn a one-time bonus of 50,000 and then a 10,000 monthly. Okay. And then above that, we have 6A2-5. When you have 2 downline, that is 6A2-4. Then you would have a one-time bonus of 100,000 and then 15,000 monthly. Okay, this is just to give us an overview of the potential of the business and how far it could go. In order to get here, of course, it would take a lot of work. This is not like a get-rich-quick scheme or anything. It takes honest work and hard work. So I'm just gonna let you guys know that right there. It's not impossible to attain, but it takes work to attain it. Okay, you can even go further than that, 6A2-6. So you have 2 downline here, 6A2-5, 6A2-5, you can go to that 6. And your one-time bonus is gonna be 200,000, and then you're gonna have a 20,000 monthly of passive income. So here, I just wanna show you guys the potential of it and to see that where would you want to be? Where will you picture yourself in the next 5 years, maybe 3 years? It depends. This business, you can move very quickly or very slowly. It all depends on you, how much time you put into it and how hard you work. So you wanna get here quickly. Let's say you wanna get to 6A2-3 in 2 years. Can you do it? Absolutely, you can. If you wanna get into 6A2-3, within a 10 years time frame, you want to do that, yes, you can. Or you want to get even to 6A within a few months. Some people have done it, but you know, the quicker you want to go and the higher you want to go, you have to match up the level of energy and the level of time and effort that you put into it. Okay, and beyond 6A2-6, you can see here there's also that 7 with a 400,000 bonus and a 40,000 monthly for life. And that's 8. You got 800,000 bonus, 80,000 per month for life. Okay, so this is just to show you that you know, if someone's already working a high paying job, let's say you get pay 100,000, 200,000 a year, right? And say, oh, my job is very well paying. So, you know, what's the point of getting into this right now, right? So this has a high potential that you can even go further than your high paying job. At the same time, this is, you know, you can see that these are monthly paying passive income. And then people with full-time jobs can still do this. And there's a lot of strategies. There is a lot of strategic that, you know, we can play around with, and we can schedule it around whatever you're having right now. You know, you have kids, you have family, you have full-time jobs, you have, you know, side activities, whatever. You know, we can always find time to work in this business as long as you're willing to do it. So that's the most important thing. You're willing to work in the business, there's always enough time for it, and there's always a way around it. Even if you don't know English, you don't know anything about computers, you don't know how to use the internet, we have 100% training on everything, as long as you're willing to work for it. If you say you want to get to 6A2-6, but every time we call you, you don't pick up, or you're not willing to go to trainings, or, you know, you're not putting any effort into training, then we would not really be spending so much time with you, because we want to really spend time with people who's serious, because this can really get you to where you need to be. And, you know, eventually most people in here wants to replace their job. If you love your job, that's great. You can continue to do your job while you're doing this business. Or if you hate your job, you can just leave your job once you're in a comfortable zone that you feel that Enagic is paying you enough that you can cover for your job. Okay, so everyone has their own goals, and we're going to talk all about goals next week. Okay.